Hello peoples, I am Michelle, this is my wheelchair Betty, and you're watching Rebels NYC. Today I want to talk about, I forgot what it was, asking for help and disability. This has been on my mind a lot with my recent setback. And then I saw that Lola from Singing Pretty made a video about that, so definitely watch her video, which I'll put a link in the description. It's a very, very good video. And I'll just kind of expand on that and talk about my own experiences and my own situation. Okay, so here's the thing, right? So if you follow the show, then you know that I had a spine setback where I have even more disc herniations and disc bulges. And what happens is it causes muscle spasms. Blah, 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 blah. And what happens if I don't get the proper support and or I don't rest enough, muscle spasms will travel. Blah, 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 blah. They don't make that noise, so that'd be kind of adorable, or maybe, I don't know, possibly adorable. I'm like, oh, you muscle spasms are so cute. To my bronchial area. I can't say that's a bronchial spasm. I just know in this vicinity, spasms occur. I'm not motioning to my breast. Spasms occur, which makes it harder to breathe. And then most recently, what's been happening, which has been scary, among other things, is that I'm getting these spasms like right in this area of my neck, and kind of this area has been very, very swollen. And as a result, I have not been able to eat solid food. So I feel better emotionally and psychologically because I kind of know how to manage it. I'm still feeling a bit like, wow, because eating and breathing is not a thing that it's not effortless. Like, what the fuck is that? Why is that happening? I don't know. So I found that during this time, I did not like being alone, which is not like me. But during this time, I didn't like the fact that I lived on my own. I didn't like the fact that I was by myself because I was scared and I was sad and I was crying a lot. You know what I mean? Like, and it was also hard because before this, they delivered the new wheelchair, Roxy LaRue, who unfortunately is not really in frame, and she's not done. This spine support gives me pain in my spine. So will they be able to properly address that? I don't know. So yeah, so when this happened, and then like I was having trouble eating and breathing, I just, that's it. I was done. It's been a lesson in smoothie creations. Which actually, I mean, people do this shit on purpose. Like, healthy humans are like, I'm gonna have a smoothie cleanse. But also, it was a lesson in asking for help, which I admit is not my forte. I think one of the reasons, so here are the reasons why I don't always ask for help, but I'm gonna work on this because sometimes you need help. And you know what? It's okay to need help. It's okay to not always be able to do things on your own. Sometimes life gets really fucking real and scary and sad, and that's when you should reach out to your friends or family or whatever the case may be and say, hey, I'm struggling. I don't need you to fix this, but if you could just listen to me and let me kind of tell you about it a little bit now and then, that would be good. One, I live on my own, so if shit gets weird medically, I have to be the one to take care of things, take care of myself, because I live with myself. Two, if I go to the doctors, a lot of times it's futile, and I get really a lot of just like futile responses. Like, I could have stayed home, talked to the doorknob, and had a way more productive appointment. A lot of times there's a lot of ableism in the medical field, ignorance. Like, I went to two physiatrists for my spine support, or rather in regard to my spine setback, and they both said, well, the reason why you're in pain, having all these problems, has nothing to do with the fact you have disc bulges or herniations. The problem is you're in a wheelchair. And it wasn't until I went to a third physiatrist, like months later, where, she said, no, the problem is you have disc bulges and herniations, and that's why you're in pain, at least in your thoracic area. She kind of dismissed the cervical stuff. Anyway, but as a result of this, I am often left to figure things out on my own medically enough. I mean, obviously I can't diagnose myself. I don't have diagnostic tests, right? But I have to figure things out. And how can I manage the pain? If there's pain, right? How can I manage pain? How can I, in this case, How can I find ways to make myself breathe better? How can I find ways to get enough food in my body? How can I find enough ways to get water? And because, you can't always go to doctors and get help, you do have to figure this shit out on your own. I think sometimes also when I'm like going through a lot of systemic ableism and or whatever the case may be, plus medical setbacks or anything else going on, sometimes I am so busy just kind of getting through things and surviving, I forget that, hey, this is hard. You should probably talk to people about this because I'm just getting through it. And I think also because sometimes when you do talk to people, they don't have best response to things. Like some people get scared, like, oh my God, that's horrible, and they get like scared and overwhelmed. And if I'm already overwhelmed and someone else starts like freaking out, that is like doubly overwhelming for me. Or for an example, if someone goes, well, geez, I'm so worried about you, then I feel bad about that because I don't want to put more things on other people's plates. I think also I don't ask for help sometimes is because when I'm in that really scared, sad place, I feel so vulnerable, and it just feels to have to reach out to people feels so incredibly needy. And the thing is, though, it's not being needy. It's I need to work on that for myself because if anyone else said, "Oh, Michelle, I wanted to reach out to you, but I felt so needy," I'd be like, "No, that's totally not needy. You should totally reach out to people who care about you because you can't always do it on your own." But yet, when it's come to me, I'm like, "No, Michelle, we gotta do this on our own." So I think that's why I don't always ask for help. But something I'm gonna work on. At the same time, I don't want to be too reliant on people where I'm like, I need your help constantly, because that's not good either. You have to find that balance of being self-reliant, but then also saying, hey, I'm struggling. And also don't wait till things get really drastic and like really, really bad to say, I need help. Talk to people along the way. That's what's happening with me. What's happening with you? Do you also have problems asking for help? And what are your reasons? Let's talk about this. And that's it. Bye. Thank you for watching the video.